An accidental anxiety mutation gave rise to the new quality, the symbolic reality, something unprecedented in the cosmos. In the three-dimensional space of so far, thanks to the phenomenon of the anxiety, a new dimension appeared, the, the symbolic dimension. Today, it can be said that 90% of the human existence takes place in this dimension, and no other living being in the cosmos has access to this dimension except for the human one. I think that too little reflection and attention is paid by the culture and the human civilization to, to my mind, the most outstanding and most extraordinary phenomenon in the history of not only the Earth, but also of the entire cosmos. For a long time, many have asked whether there is a human-like being in the cosmos. There is only one aspect of similarity that would be crucial for the possibility of communication, the aspect of access to the symbolic dimension. The answer to this question about the possibility of existence of the creatures that could function similarly to humans in a symbolic dimension is unambiguous. It's not possible, even hypothetically. The explanation of this is not complicated. Let's note that in this symbolic dimension of existence on our own planet, we are lonely as people. Since we are alone here, it's billions of times less likely that there is a being functioning in the same symbolic dimension as we are anywhere in the universe. This does not mean, however, that there is no life outside of Earth. It's certain that it does exist. There is just as much life in space as there is on Earth. It's certain. But unfortunately, just as we are alone on Earth in the symbolic dimension, thinking, speech, and their products in the form of culture and civilization, we are also actually even more lonely in this dimension in the cosmos. Every sober person understands well that a symbolic exchange with the non-human nature on Earth is impossible. On this Earth, where for over 20 million years there has been a symbolic dimension of existence, and still, despite this passage of such a long time, nothing but man and the man functions in this dimension. And for every reasonable person, it's obvious that never any plant, any animal will ever become a participant in the symbolic dimension together with the man, becoming the subject of the human culture and civilization based solely on the symbolic reality, on this symbolic dimension. We live in this dimension all day round, even in the sleep dreams, and it has become an obvious matter to us. We do not realize that function in a different dimension than all the nature on Earth, than the entire universe. We very often ask ourselves about the possibility of the existence of other dimensions of life, while we ourselves live our whole life in such a different dimension, in a dimension inaccessible for the cat we keep on our knees and the dog we take for a walk. We live alone in our unique dimension without the participation of any other animal or planet, species on Earth and in the universe. There is no reason why biological life should not exist in the universe in a form identical or similar to that of Earth, and why it should not exist in the abundance beyond our imagination. Either the biological life on Earth would have come into existence by being dragged from there, or it could have been dragged there from here. But the life in a symbolic dimension is not suitable to such a transfer transfer by dragging. Yes, there is but only a fairy tale mythological possibility of the symbolic dimension migration into space. It's shared by those who believe that people came to Earth from the cosmic space. However, there is no scientific evidence for this, and the evidence that the symbolic dimension was born on Earth. The most important evidence is human civilization and its history. We were not immediately participants in the symbolic dimension to the extent that we are today. The archaeology provides us with the innumerable evidence that our symbolic existence took many thousands of years to go from the very primitive forms to more and more complex, such as completely sophisticated ones of the modern era. These primitive stages in the development of the symbolic dimension of the man would not exist if we had come to Earth from the space many thousands of years ago as persons as symbolically developed as we are today. Also, biology, especially evolutionary biology, shows in an undeniable way that man is not a species alien to other animal species living on Earth. On the contrary, we are extremely closely related to other mammals, especially primates. And this is really striking similarity. Moreover, biology is able to document this similarity with facts and figures. And so, for example, genetics shows that with some species of apes, which have nothing to do with the symbolic dimension or with human civilization, we have well over 99% of the same genes. It only means one thing, which is that we are from here, that we have always been part of the nature, here on Earth. We are related to other animals because we were animals before we became humans. And we became humans not because of any change in the structure of any part of the body, but only for one reason. Contrary to all the nature, only we have passed through the door invisible to other animals, the door to the world of symbolic reality. This door is the anxiety. Thank you.